Oh, yeah, it's the sweet, sweet sounds of another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. Today, we remember our dear friend, Bobby Kramer, a contributor to the show, a kind soul, and a member of our community who has made an impact on so many of us and was unfortunately taken away from us way too soon. But tomorrow, a celebration of life. We have been celebrating his life for the last couple of weeks, but tomorrow is Bobby's block party. And we kick it off today. Bobby was an integral part of kicking off this show when it started. He was a contributor from day one with ideas. We worked together to do things like Eat for a Week, Beat the Boredom. We had chefs on. It was amazing. And he's made an impact, obviously, on all of us. But hopefully, those of you who know Bobby and have met Bobby, even if you met him once, you know that he was the kind of person that immediately made you feel like family. And with that being said, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club today. Gentlemen, it's good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
It is a somber moment, but also a moment to smile and celebrate life today.
Yeah, I think you said it there, Yusuf. And obviously, we all got to know Bobby a lot through this show, and nothing but great things to say about the man, just the person he was. And you can see kind of in the last few weeks since he was tragically taken that how many lives he impacted. The response from not just like the cocktail community, but just overall the restaurant community in Arizona. Like you could tell he made an impact, and the way people responded, reached out, tried to help, and just mourning together it's not something you ever want to see, but when you have to see it, it is quite beautiful.
It is. It's amazing to see all of it's. I'm at a loss for words because of how much of an effort there has been in the entire community and across the state. So, but tomorrow is Bobby's block party, and there is a way that you can help his family out. And we'll talk about that here shortly. We're going to have Mr. Justin Evans of the Sleepy Whale, the Theodore, the Golden Pineapple, I think the streets, the sidewalk.
Yeah, we don't have time to list the restaurants that Justin Evans has started. Let's just move on a bit, brother.
The YMCA.
I believe it's Justin Evans of the Wandering F&B business.
Hey,
we should just start saying things, and Justin Evans will probably open it up.
Is this building available for lease? I'll take it.
Looks like the bespoke penguin is happening, guys.
Well, as always, we like to start the show with asking you guys what you're drinking. Tell us in the comments. We'll go around the room. Mr. Green, what do you got in your glass?
It's a little old-fashioned figure. Nice little cocktail, of course, as we saw on this show. I don't know how to make an old-fashioned, but fortunately, I got this DrinkWorks device that makes them for me now. So,
and you didn't put an entire citrus fruit in your glass.
No, again, I don't know how to make an old-fashioned, so,
Ledford, what do you got?
Rocking some Mumford Brewing, Planetary Intergalactic. I sure as hell don't know where we go when we're done with this world, but all I know is I want to be rocking the fuck out with aliens, and that's what I hope is happening. So, Planetary Galactic.
Aliens. Brett Berry.
I'm wearing my Wrenhouse shirt, my Wrenhouse member glass, and the new Lizard Catcher barrel-aged stout.
I believe that would make you a groupie.
How is it?
It's very nice. You would enjoy it.
I will in the near future. Don't worry.
Well, I've got the last batch of Human Kindness from Arizona Wilderness, and tomorrow another batch of Human Kindness gets released. Tomorrow's batch is another fundraiser for Bobby's family. I'll show you guys the artwork. It's awesome. It's a great name for a beer, and appropriately with his name on it, it makes sense. So there it is, in memory of Bobby Kramer. And a portion of the proceeds are going to be donated to the Memorial Fund You can find this obviously at Wilderness in Gilbert and downtown, and it should be available, I know for a fact, at Casey's Woodshed and Sleepy Whale. So you can find those there. And I spoke to Mr. Buford, the Arizona Wilderness, and approximately $5,000 is what they expect to raise and get to the family from this. So enjoy what they call a low impact ale, because it's only, 2.3%. You can crush this and still go to work, and your boss won't know that you've had a beer.
Yusuf, most of us are still working from home anyway. I don't think our boss would know.
That's fair. Zoom doesn't have the breathalyzer thing yet, right?
No, it just has kitty cats.
Especially if you're an attorney showing up for a deposition online with a kitty cat filter, right?
Adam Green goes to his boss and says, I know how people can like blur the background of your Zoom, but why is your whole face blurred? Because I can't make you out right now, and I don't know why.
I assure you, I am a cat.
Mr. PJ has joined us. He said he's drinking some Tuscan Grain Brandy Barrel Aged Coffee Porter. Good choice, Peach.
I like Tuscan Grain.
Yeah, I do too.
Hot take, Adam.
It was just a comment. It wasn't a take.
You guys heard of that Modern Times? They're really doing some good stuff. I don't care what anybody says.
Nope, never been there. I know there's this Kraus Brewery or something. They have it at the Disneylands.
Can I tell a really quick side story on that joke? I had a guy from work who knows I'm a big craft beer guy, and he's like a young guy getting into it. He was like, "Hey, Brett, we have a work Slack channel, Slack system." And he's like, "I don't know if you've heard of this, but like I had this beer and it was really good. Have you ever heard of it? It's called Drecker." And I'm like, "Yes."
You didn't talk down to him though, right? Because we need to be nice to people who are trying to get into craft beer and be welcoming to them. I assume you were.
I was general. I did pull a LOL. Yes, it has been a running. It has been out for a time, and it is a running joke in the Arizona Beer Enthusiast page. But yes, it is very good.
Please tell me you sent the 37 different porn memes about how thick it is on your work Slack channel. I mean, I know you like your job, but that's too good of an opportunity to pass up.
I mean, my favorite thing I saw on one of those Drecker things was I took a sip and didn't come. Did I do this wrong? I didn't want to send that to a guy at work.
I like how you made sure to say at work. You'll say it to other guys, no problem.
You know this, Ledford.
Fair. PJ wants to know, how thick is it, Brett?
Tell us, Brett. Tell us.
Oh, PJ knows.
Ledford, where did you get that beer from? I know you were out of town last weekend, and you brought back a lot of beers. Was this one of them?
It is. So a buddy of mine is in the Celador, whatever their top tier. I can't remember what they call it. But he had a ton of beer to pick up. He's like, I got a passenger seat. You've had your vaccination shots. I've had mine. That puts us in a car comfortably together. Everybody in California is still, for the most part, I would say, really taking care of outdoor dining, really responsible seating. Saw a lot of double masks from all the staffing. But yeah, we drove all around kind of the northeastern and north part of LA. So Highland Park, Mumford, got into Anaheim, hit up Green Cheek, the usual suspects plus a few new friends. But yeah, I have no self-control. I brought back a lot of beer.
Oh, I wish I had that photo ready to show everybody, because I'm pretty sure that you needed another fridge when you got home. I was trying to figure out how many Yetis you took with you.
I'm pretty sure Ledford had as much beer in him as my beer fridge has currently.
Also, yeah.
Again,
Oh man,
they look like the joke boat parrot from Jackbox.
Hold on. It's not working.
It won't do the thing you want it to do.
It won't.
By the way, with that vest on, I want to do like the Back to the Future joke where he's like, "What is there, a flood coming? Why are you wearing that vest?"
Yeah, they should not make 5-liter mini kegs of a super high rated triple IPA. That no good can come of that. I'm telling you guys.
I didn't think that was a thing. I was trying to figure out how you even got a hold of it, but clearly it was something that was sitting there that you could buy.
Dude, $70. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but okay, it is a lot of money. But if you break it down, that is not the worst price in the world per liter or half liter, if that's how you rock, because we're all about that half liter.
I mean, that's what we paid for a keg of Bud Light in college.
Yeah.
There is one thing I can relate to on this photo, though, is I know Ledford is thinking at that moment, I'm not drunk.
You guys know in our private chat, which will forever remain private.
Sure it will.
So I made no claims to sobriety. We Ubered and carried beer further than anybody should in order to not be behind the wheel of a vehicle. No, I have no self-control.
But in very careful and diplomatic fashion, you also made no claims to being drunk either.
I can neither confirm nor deny the events of February 22nd.
Can you put up that photo one more time, though? You know how it's not the 5-liter keg, it's not the rosy cheeks and the, shall we say, drunken shit-eating grin on his face. You know that Adam Ledford was drunk. It's that he's outside in a Denny's parking lot late at night.
Hey, let's be fair. If you know where that is, you used to know that it was the shittiest Motel 6 in Anaheim, and they have raised that sucker to the ground, and now it's a really nice DoubleTree, and that just happened to be the hotel that we were staying in. It's also the closest Hilton property to Mr. K's, and if you don't know, you need to learn about Mr. K's in Anaheim.
It was really helping for. Go ahead.
More importantly, how was the French toast at Denny's?
I did not eat at Denny's, thank you. I may look like some sort of weird beer Santa Claus in that photo, but I did not take advantage of the 24-hour diner.
It looked like there was a COVID testing site right outside that Denny's, too. We had a lot of thoughts on that photo, and they weren't all centered around you perhaps being intoxicated and holding this mini keg.
I think that the awfulness of this pandemic has just remapped your all of our like making logical connections. I think that was just a car wash, bro. It's a COVID stage 3.
Is that a beer name?
Facility.
It's a car wash, bro. Beer name?
That was the name.
What kind of beer is it?
I think it's like that blue seltzer we had from Bottle Logic.
No, that was Windex.
Talking about what kind of beer was in the mini keg?
No, it's a car wash, bro. What kind of beer would it be? With that being said, I think that our guest has joined us. He's getting
opening a car wash too.
What's that?
Is our guest opening a car wash too? Because that'd be a hell of a
I don't think so, but I think he shut down a car wash to open a parking lot. That's what I remember happening. That's what I remember. But we'll bring him in. Thank you guys for joining us again. We are going to spend a little bit of time remembering our dear friend Bobby Kramer. And we'd love for you guys to share your favorite memories about Bobby in the comments. We're going to talk a little bit more about the block party tomorrow. Justin, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I think I saw a thumb.
I think that was a thumbs up.
That might be a thumb.
It was a thumb, or it's about to get weird.
He's definitely on those phone skis. Hey, man.
He's good. What's up, brother?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Kevin.
Oh, we got Fam Cam. Hey, what's up, little one?
Hi. Don't mind.
Hi.
Thanks for taking a moment during family time to join us tonight and talk a little bit about tomorrow's block party that everyone has
having me.
Of course, always a pleasure to have you.
Oh, that is too cute.
She's getting too big.
So tomorrow, in honor of our friend Bobby Kramer. We're going to be doing a block party in downtown Chandler, which includes over a dozen different downtown Chandler businesses that Bobby would love to visit, and all friends of Bobby's. And we're all going to be contributing in different ways. Some people are going to be making a drink in Bobby's honor and donating the sales from that drink to his memorial fund. People like ourselves at the Sleepy Whale are going to donate all of sales from that day. We're going to have Cider Core on draft. They made a cider in Bobby's honor. We're going to have Arizona Wilderness on draft. They rebrewed Human Kindness in Bobby's honor. And then we're going to have Bobby's Irish Red from Pedal House on draft. And we're also doing a firkin that Pedal House put together, an Irish stout.
Very cool.
We were just talking about this before you joined us. There are so many people contributing in any way that they can, and it's incredible. The outreach is amazing.
It's crazy.
A reminder for anyone that joined us late. There's the label of the Human Kindness. I got that. Jonathan Buford sent that to me a little bit ago. It's got his name on it, which is amazing. So that'll be on draft at Sleepy tomorrow.
Yep.
Awesome.
On draft and in cans.
Great. And I put the link in the comments for the block party. I'm going to quickly share my screen for a second and show everybody the info and just the list of people that are involved, or businesses that are involved tomorrow, if you guys can see that. It's long. So Sleepy Whale, Peixoto, Hidden House, The Brickyard, Mingle and Gray's, Get Yo Taco, Murphy's, Crust, Hidden House, Local, Hero. The list goes on and on and on. And there are satellite locations. So if you can't make it to downtown Chandler, you can still stop by any of these spots. Cider Core, obviously, in Mesa, which Justin mentioned. And Wilderness, even downtown. Plenty of spots.
Quite a collection of places. I will say, Justin, and this goes for Yusuf as well, just how quickly everyone got together and started putting out things to help the family and everything. Like, it's instead of, like, obviously everyone's mourning, but you're also turning this tragedy into action and doing as much as you can to help. Everyone's done it so quickly and so well. It's just been really impressive to see everyone come together and doing all that you guys have done. I mean, how'd that even come to be? Was it just like a natural, okay, this happened and this is what we're going to do, or how did this all come together?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us, which we've said a lot, is that we wanted to kind of step in and, you know, without even really putting a whole lot of thought into it, just kind of take action. That way Bobby's wife and family and, you know, the people over at Brickyard and Hidden House didn't have to think a whole lot about what was going on other than grieving. It was a lot, you know, putting things on hold and setting up this event in a very short period of time. Chelsea over at Hidden House and Brickyard, she's their utility person, event coordinator, marketing. Yusuf, you would know more of her exact title, but she's a rock star. So her and I worked hard to get things set up. But it was definitely, you know, fortunate that we had past experience with setting up events like this. And I feel like with the busyness of life and other businesses, things never get streamlined like this. But with the focus being Bobby and helping his family, we cranked it out. So I'm pretty happy with how things
it was amazing.
And I think tomorrow's going to be great. Yeah.
It was amazing to see all hands on deck in a matter of a day. With that being said, Justin, I'd love for all of us to share a memory, but since you're here with us, we've cut a couple of clips from when we started the show and when we did stuff with the Bartenders Guild. He was involved in the planning process of that we live streamed different events. So I want to share a couple of those with you. I'll start with one, and we'll go on to the next. And while you watch these, think about a memory you've had with Bobby if you've had the chance to be blessed with his time and presence. Feel away as she. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Rather fun. Hold on, I got Bobby. Hold on, Bobby is doing the thing right.
What is Bobby doing?
Cup of whiskey.
Oh, he's adding the whiskey. Nice.
Oh man.
That's more than half a cup.
Hey Bobby, can you stare into the camera? We need those dreamy eyes every time you're anything into anything. That's
Do what?
Always have to stare into the camera when you do any pouring whatsoever. Everyone's a fan of just dreamy eyes.
So I have a
We always talked about Bobby's dreamy eyes. It was a must.
It's awesome.
Every time you shook a cocktail.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
And speaking of shaking a cocktail, one more clip to share with you guys. These are a couple of my favorite memories, especially of him being on our show. Everyone loves watching this. Just the sweet natural sound of.
No, there's no ice in there. You better do that longer.
You guys haven't heard that one before, have you? It's been too long, you forgot.
Here's the thing. I make fun of people because everyone has a different shaker face. And I'm sure you guys do as well in the industry, Bobby. But Bobby's shaker face actually includes what I like to call the shaker flex. So Bobby will shake, but he'll also like make sure he's postured and flexing. And he occasionally just watches. He watches.
He's basically like Christian Bale in American Psycho, looking at himself in the mirror.
Yes, that.
Well,
There she is.
little known fact is the reason we don't have mirrors at Brickyard is because I get lost in my eyes. So that's why it's all this brick. No
Very
mirrors.
understandable.
Can confirm. No mirrors at Brickyard. Oh man.
You can tell why he was so loved too, because he's just a natural entertainer, you know. But you could tell it wasn't just entertainment; he's just a good guy. You know, he was taking care of everybody. He was taking care of people through those videos too. You know, it was great.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, Justin. I just wanted to throw out a couple of things. You're a dad, and you know, in this time, I want to just tell you how much we all appreciate, you know, the links that you've gone to kind of coordinate this, you know, because I think about, and I'm going to try not to do this super sappy or anything like that, but when you put yourself in the position of trying to understand what Bobby's wife has to tell Bobby's kid, it's not a fun scenario because you're creating a situation where you have to tell a child a really painful truth about the world that they're never going to be ready to hear, but through your action, through the actions of the people who have donated, through the contributions of the businesses in the Chandler area and beyond, what that story gets to be is this awful thing happened, but let's talk about how beloved your father was, and let's talk about how amazing humanity can actually be when terrible things happen. And I mean, it's a silver lining. It is no replacement for the fact that we would all do a lot of unspeakable deeds to have that man back with us. But my God, man, like the way that the communities come together and the fact that influential business leaders like yourself have really, really just stepped up and showed up and made a lot of amazing things happen. You know, thank you on behalf of everybody who has a child and would hope that one parent, if they ever had to tell that conversation, will be able to tell them, you can see in real measurable ways how much this other parent was loved. So thank you.
Absolutely.
No, thank you. Thank you to everybody who has been involved in all of this. With that being said, I don't know if you've got a fun story to share with us while you're with us, Justin, or a time that you spent with Bobby. If you'd like to, you don't have to.
I think about just getting to know Bobby, and I think when I first met Bobby, he would come into the Wandering Tortoise when I was still bartending behind the bar, and I didn't really know him then. You know, he was the late night guy. He would come in, have a beer, and be on his way. But when we started opening the Sleepy Whale in downtown Chandler, I really got to know Bobby, and that's Bobby is like a lot of other industry leaders in downtown Chandler and business owners. They were so welcoming to us, and I feel like we have such a special thing in downtown Chandler that's not like any other location. We have a lot of really cool neighbors elsewhere, but there's something special about downtown Chandler, and Bobby was a huge part of that. I think, Yusuf, you were a part of that that welcoming committee. And I just remember, going into Brickyard for the first time, and our nights together at Brickyard and Hidden House with Bobby, and him just kind of looking at us like he knew. He saw it.
We remember going in. We're not sure if we remember leaving.
You're saying Bobby's rated?
The last time my wife and I got to eat at Brickyard was about a month before the accident, and just that feeling of walking in and getting that big embrace.
Yep.
I think there's all kinds of little memories, but the best thing is just how freaking happy and genuine and just passionate that guy always was. There's not a lot of people like him. It's crazy. I mean, we know a lot of really awesome people, but he's just next level,
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, a reminder to everybody, we put the link in the comments for tomorrow. If you can't go, you can purchase a ticket, because all of that goes directly to the family. You still have another fundraiser going right now on Facebook, right? So we can share that a bit later. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had to start a new one. Obviously when I was sitting down and starting that fundraiser that day, I don't think anybody had any idea how crazy it was going to be. And I feel like I had to put a time limit on it, which was maybe 2 weeks. So they wouldn't let me adjust that. I had to open a new fundraiser.
Got it. Well, we'll share that as well after the show. And a reminder, again, links in the comments, and we'll share all that information. I'll be downtown tomorrow. You'll be downtown tomorrow as well, right?
I'll be there all day.
Yep. Jonathan's going to be down there as well. I spoke to him. So I think there will be a handful of us that will be down there. Come say hi, raise a glass, celebrate life. And with that being said, anything you guys want to add before? I'd love to. I don't know if you have a drink with you on hand, Justin, to have a toast to Bobby and to life, if you've got one.
Hey, we got yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh, a comment from Jeff Keeley. Bobby Kramer, Rich Hyder, and Henry Whitaker took a chance on me for Negroni Week a couple of years ago, and I'll never forget it. He was one of the few people I knew that left an impression every time you saw him. Yeah, there you go. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for sharing a memory. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Jeff, you had left a beautiful comment, kind of expounding on that a few days ago on Facebook, and that was really cool to see, man.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, cheers. Justin, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. With
Appreciate
my Dr. Pepper.
And thank you guys with your Dr. Pepper. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode, a short one, but an important one, and remembering our dear friend, Bobby Kramer. Hopefully we see those of you who are local tomorrow in downtown Chandler. And if it's too far, there's a list of places you can go outside of Chandler as well to help contribute to the fundraiser. Thank you very much.
Yusuf, can I add one more thing before?
Absolutely,
we go?
Yes.
So, one thing that's special that Bobby has done, when not being with us, is he brought us together with Cider Corps. We had never worked with those guys before, and we're going to have a cider on from them tomorrow, which they made in his honor. It's a still cider, and it's going to be served as if it were an old fashioned. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I really hope people really put their eyes on that and get to try it. But we're going to be serving it in a rocks glass, and we're going to serve it with a cherry and an orange peel as if it were an old fashioned. So I think that's awesome. And that's something special that Bobby continues to do, just build relationships like that in his memory. So I'm excited to try that, and I hope we can all raise a glass tomorrow and drink that together.
Absolutely. And as we were wrapping up, people shared the thoughts. And also, I was reminded by my co-host that Chris Hubbard helped build up some momentum for the fundraiser as well, which was a raffle. You guys want to mention that? I know, Ledford, you know a little bit about that. We left a bottle for them. So.
Yeah, first of all, Chris Hubbard, awesome job. Arizona beer enthusiasts, you guys are a great group. You're sarcastic and unruly, and I wouldn't introduce you to my mother ever, but on the whole, you're a really great group of guys and gals. Yeah, fundraiser came together and tried to really just go ahead and boost the momentum that the fundraiser was getting. But I want to give a shout out to Angelo P., who has won the FO Magnum in the raffle. So that was really cool to see. And congrats to all the winners, but more importantly, awesome that you decided to give support. That's what was important. Winning or losing doesn't really matter nearly.
Awesome. Well, cheers, guys. Cheers to your Dr. Pepper. Mr. Evans, thank you for joining us. Cheers to you all. We'll see you on Sunday if you're joining us virtually, and tomorrow if you're joining us downtown for the block party. A toast to Mr. Bobby Kramer and to life.
It's Bobby.
Bobby.